For today's headlines, Philippines to receive 40 million COVAX doses for free. 5 dead in India vaccine plant fire. How's Cha-Cha can be done. Galvez clarifies vaccine prices CDA. House panels approves bills granting Duterte power to suspend PhilHealth and SSS wage hikes. Magnitude 7.1 quake rocks Davao. Pacquiao to fight McGregor at 147 pounds. Scattered rain showers and thunderstorms to prevail on Friday. Good morning, I'm Sunday Locos and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Today is Friday, January 22, and now the news. The Philippines will receive up to 40 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines from the World Health Organization-led COVAX initiative for free, some of which will be delivered as early as next month. Vaccine czar Carlito Galvez Jr. said the WHO had confirmed the Philippines' participation in the COVAX facility, a mechanism that will ensure an early rollout of COVID-19 shots. These vaccines, he said, are excluded from the 148 million doses the Philippines is hoping to secure through its negotiations with manufacturers. The vaccines will arrive in the Philippines in tranches. Vaccines from COVAX will include those made by Western companies Pfizer-BioNTech, Johnson & Johnson, AstraZeneca, as well as those developed by the Serum Institute of India, Galvez said. COVAX is a globally pooled vaccine procurement and distribution effort which aims to secure vaccines for 20% of the population in each participating country by the end of 2021. The government's aim to inoculate 50 to 70 million Filipinos against COVID-19 this year. So far, only Pfizer has secured an emergency use authorization from the Philippine Food and Drug Administration. 5 people died as a fire tore through a building in the world's biggest vaccine manufacturing hub in India, but the company insisted the production of drugs to counter the coronavirus pandemic would still continue. Rescue workers discovered 5 bodies in the under-construction building after the blaze at the Serum Institute of India was brought under control, media reports said, with officials in the western city of Pune confirming the toll. The SII is responsible for producing millions of doses of the Covishield corona vaccine developed by AstraZeneca and Oxford University. The blaze was at a new facility being built on the 100-acre or 40-hectare campus. The Philippines Department of Health will also wait for the report on India's institute before commenting on the matter, said an official who refused to be named due to lack of authority to speak on the matter. Vaccine czar Carlito Galvez Jr. signed a deal on January 10 to secure at least 30 million doses of COVAX from the SII, which are expected to be delivered to the country in the third quarter of 2021. Deputy Speaker Rufus Rodriguez said that charter change is attainable and vital. He averred to oppose the remarks made by Senate President Vicente Sotto III that called the efforts to amend the 1987 Constitution this year as next to impossible. Rodriguez emphasized that the House's proposal for Cha-Cha is just to the basic law's economic provisions that restrict foreign investor participation in businesses in the country. The former House Constitutional Amendments Panel Chair reiterated that the House only seeks for the inclusion of the phrase "unless otherwise provided by law" in the charter, which will allow the legislative branch to change its economic restrictions when necessary. Rodriguez nevertheless welcomed Soto's statement that the upper house can be open to considering the proposed amendments as long as they are limited to economic amendments. Tribune News will be back after these reminders.
Iba ng panahon, ang dami ng bago ngayon. Pati ang mundo natin, well, nagbago na rin. Buti ang bayan, bigger, better na. You can buy it sa centers, pati sa mga partners, may online pa at app. You can buy it with your fingers, still don't remittance and more. Online shopping, you can buy it all. Di magpadala, you can buy it all. Anumang pera transaction, you can buy it all.
Sabayan ang pagbabago ng mundo for all your pera transactions, all new Bayan.
Senators are now convinced that vaccine czar and National Task Force on COVID-19 Response Chief Implementer Carlito Galvez Jr. cannot fully disclose the prices of coronavirus vaccines due to the confidential disclosure agreement. The development came after Senate President Vicente Soto III, Senators Panfilo Lacson and Ronald De La Rosa, along with Baguio City Mayor Benjamin Magalong, held a meeting on Wednesday night. The meeting was conducted after President Rodrigo Duterte directed Galvez to disclose with Soto the details of the vaccine negotiations that the government is currently pursuing. Despite the clarifications made by the vaccine czar, Soto said Senate will push through with the continuation of the inquiry on vaccine deals and the government's rollout plan. House Committee on Thursday approved the twin bills proposed by Speaker Lord Alan Velasco, which seek to grant the President the power to suspend scheduled contribution rate hike of Philippine Health Insurance Corporation and the Social Security system in times of national emergencies. The House Committee on Health and on Government Enterprises and Privatization separately approved House Bill A316 and A317, authorizing the Chief Executive in consultation with the Secretaries of the Department of Health and the Department of Finance as chairpersons of PhilHealth and SSS respectively, to suspend the implementation and the scheduled increases in premium rates in times of national emergencies when public interest so requires. The Health Panel will submit its committee report on the approval of the measure to the plenary next week. HB 316 got unanimous support from the resource person from the PhilHealth, Department of Health, Department of Budget and Management, Department of Labor and Employment, Employers Confederation of the Philippines, and various labor groups. The Committee on Government Enterprises and Privatization, chaired by Parañaque City Representative Eric Olivares, meanwhile, will finalize its report on the approval of the HB 8317 on Monday. A magnitude 7.1 earthquake rocked Jose Abad Santos town in Davao Occidental on Thursday evening and was felt in nearby areas, including Davao City and General Santos City, the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology said. The quake struck 8:23 p.m. in waters 236 kilometers west of Jose Abad Santos, PROC said in its website. It was tectonic in a region where the focus located 116 kilometers below the surface. Intensity 5 was experienced in General Santos, followed by Intensity 4 in Davao City. An instrumental intensity of 5 was recorded in Kiamba, Sarangani, followed by instrumental intensity 4 in other parts of General Santos, as well as Alabel and Corondal City in South Cotabato. Instrumental intensity 3 was reported in Kidapawan City, North Cotabato, Bislig City in Surigao del Sur, Gingoog City in Misamis Oriental, followed by instrumental intensity 2 in Cagayan de Oro City, Surigao City, Borongan City in eastern Samar, and instrumental intensity 1 in Catbalogan City in Samar. Despite its strength, the quake is not expected to generate a tsunami nor cause damage, but aftershocks may occur, PhilHealth said. We will be back. Stay with us.
Magsha-shopping na lang ako!
Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver.
Hello, can I get the following? One pink chair, bed sheets, na pink yung sofa, tapos slide, size 8, pajamas na blue. Oh, don't forget my...
Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver.
Wait lang. Okay ba yan?
Anything at the SM store, ma'am.
Call to deliver. Call.
Kuya, pwede rin ba ako magpa-deliver sa ate ko sa Taguig, tapos sa friend ko sa Davao, tsaka sa... Fiancé ko sa Lipa? Okay ba yan?
Kahit saan po, pwede kami
Call
mag-deliver.
to deliver. Call. Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver. Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver. Call. Hashtag 143SM. Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver.
Call na rin kayo.
Call to deliver.
In sports, 8th Division boxing champion Manny Pacquiao is going to require MMA star Conor McGregor to come down to 147 pounds once both camps commence the discussion for their mouth-watering match-up being eyed to take place in April or May. Senator Pacquiao swears he doesn't care how much McGregor will add up come fight night as long as they agree to tip the scales not heavier than 147 pounds, the welterweight division maximum on the eve of the fight. Odi Ator, whose Paradigm Sports Management outfit represents the two fighting idols, is currently in talks with stakeholders in the Middle East for the staging of the captivating crossover clash. Pacquiao, who hasn't fought since a rousing win over the previously unbeaten Keith Thurman in Las Vegas, insists McGregor is naturally bigger fighter, but he wants to see McGregor, 32, becoming way bigger than him by the time the bell sounds, as Pacquiao prefers a bigger target to hit. Before climbing up on the boxing ring, McGregor has to hurdle Dustin Poirier first inside the cage in Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. The low-pressure area was estimated based on all available data at 220 km east of Kalayaan Islands at 3 a.m. today. Cagayan Valley, Cordillera Administrative Region, Aurora and Quezon Province will have cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms caused by the tail end of a frontal system. Cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms will prevail in Palawan, while Metro Manila and the rest of the country will experience partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms. And that wraps up the stories this morning. Catch the latest news on our website tribune.net.ph and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis, and in line with this, the Daily Tribune digital edition and press reader is now available for free online. You can also download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store or Google Play to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its Community Viber Kachibu to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Recito emoticons are also available on our Community Viber, Just visit the sticker store and search for Kachibu Community. And before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store and Araneta Center. Again, this is Sandy Locos, and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good morning and have a nice day.
I am Elmer Navarro Manuel. Coronavirus case.
I am Sandy Locos.
Duterte, dadalo.
Si Ray Sanchez.
Good morning, I am Vernon Velasco.
Only government authorized to
Magandang hapon. Ako si Pauline Soko. Ospital naghahanda para sa COVID. Ako si Luis Lisan at ito ang Tribune News. Si Ramsey may mensahe kay Andrew.
Si Jomel Garner. At ito,
Pagsali sa face-to-face Duterte to fund COVID cases, tumalo sa 7.
Missed the chance to acquire 10.
Luis Lisan.
si Jomel Garner.
Ako si Ray Sanchez.
Vernon Velasco.
Ako si Pauline Soko. Sandy Locos.
I am Elmer Navarro Manuel, and this is Tribune News on Q.
Araneta City, home to the country's first indoor shopping mall, the world's original Thrilla, and the first ever Bini Bini pageant. Now a place for your first win, your first catch, your first home, your first big break, your first date, and even your first love. Araneta City, the city of firsts.
Happy New Year! Paalala po sa mga may konsumo na 200 kWh at pababa noong December. Walang disconnection hanggang January 31. At matapos bumaba ng 1 peso and 39 centavos per kilowatt-hour, ang electricity rates noong 2020, tumaas ito ng 27 centavos per kilowatt-hour ngayong buwan.
Kaya dapat maging energy efficient lalo na sa pagdating na summer. Maging bright sa paggamit ng kuryente. Alam niyo ba, ang usong air fryers, healthy na, energy efficient pa. Pinapainit ng matindi ang hangin sa paligid ng pagkain kaya naluluto kahit walang mantika. At matipid to sa kuryente ha. 1 kilong chicken, done in 18 minutes. 4 pesos lang ang konsumo. At marami pang maluluto. Matipid, madali, at healthy.
Hanggang sa susunod na
Meralco Advisory!
Fiber is the free and secure way to connect with friends and family, anywhere. Send messages and make phone and video calls for free. Download Fiber now.
Click, click, that's it. Never thought self-service can be this slick. Modify plans in a snap, walang hirap. It's a wrap, just tap the app. Now you can check, view, subscribe, renew. Help and support for you. Out with the Ring Ring apps are the in thing. You know what to do. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Self-service and easy to use. Mas okay tayo dyan. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Instant response, no hold time pa, wala nang hintayan. Download Globe at Home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan.
Download the Globe One and Globe at Home apps from Google Play Store and Apple App Store now.
Download Globe at Home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan.
Ang
Philippine Offshore Gaming Operators o POGO ay isang legitimate business entity na nagbibigay serbisyo sa offshore gaming para lamang sa mga manlalarong nasa abroad sa pamamagitan ng internet. Ang mga serbisyong handog nito ay katulad ng casino games at sports betting na pwedeng laruin kahit wala sa casino. Sa Pilipinas, walang POGO operators. Tanging POGO service providers lamang dahil nagaganap ang mga laro sa labas ng bansa.
This is a very important story. The important story.
Pictures and stories.
Today, we feel the weight of history on our shoulders. The way we have been moving leads nowhere. We need to change course.
Since the United Nations was founded, the human race has never had to face a set of challenges like we do right now. But together, we can overcome them.
Good morning, sir. How may I help you?
Bakit kailangan ko pang pumunta sa bangko?
Kung nga naman, sir, ba't kailangan pang pumunta sa bangko?
Why not get a UB app so you can do all these without going to the bank? Bank the way you live. Union Bank.